If you or someone you love is going through a serious job search or career struggle right now, this TikTok's for you. And I'll tell you up front, it's not one of my normal TikToks, but I promise if you stay with me, it will be very, very helpful. So as a 20-year career coaching veteran, I can tell you one of the most important things that I have to do with individuals when they come to me is really get it through their head. It's not their fault. And it always makes me think of the movie Good Will Hunting, one of my favorite movies of all time. And that scene where, Matt Damon is sitting there and Robin Williams has him by the shoulders and he keeps looking at him and saying, son, it's not your fault. He goes, I know. Son, it's not your fault. I know. And then finally he gets Will to break down and cry. A lot of you out there right now, I'll say to you, it's not your fault. You go, sure. But the truth is, somewhere way deep down here in places that you won't even talk about, you do think it's your fault. And that is scary, because if it's your fault, you don't know how to fix it. You're sitting right now in something called unproductive discomfort. You are in pain, you are confused, and you have tried everything you know how to do to get out of it, and it's not working. And so what do you think? This is my fault. And you lose your confidence, and you get depressed, and everything is just kind of falling apart, right? And scary. But it isn't your fault. And I need you to hear me. But I have to tell you, while it's not your fault, it is going to be your responsibility to fix it. And that's where the challenge is, because if we go, wait, it's not my fault, so it's not my job to fix, that's not true. It's not our fault. It's not fair that, society didn't teach us these things and school didn't teach us these things and the economy is switching around every which way. But that's not your fault, but it is our responsibility to fix it. So how do you fix it? How do you get out of this unproductive discomfort? Well, we move you over to something I call temporary productive discomfort. Temporary because it's not forever, productive because it's focused and structured, and discomfort because it's going to take you out of your comfort zone in two ways. We're going to change your environment and we're going to change your education. Because when we close your gaps in knowledge, when we give you aha moments, that's knowledge, that is power, and that cannot be taken away from you, and that is how you fix this. And let me tell you what we're trying to fix here right now. We are trying to fix this epic novel, this major motion picture that's going on in your head. See, our brains, our ancient brains in particular in the back, were designed to help us codify every experience we have in our life. Anything we experience, it wants to explain. And so it decides good or bad. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Think of how many times in your life where something really bad happened, and in the moment you labeled it as bad immediately. But then over time, it turned out to be helpful in making something really good happen. For example, getting laid off or fired from a job, and you think it's horrible, but then you ended up getting a better job, or it changes your whole life. And now it's a good thing that it happened, right? But the brain in the moment codifies. And the problem with most people that are having a deep job search or career struggle is that career story, that major motion picture, is kind of out of whack. You could almost call it, in a severe case, career story dysmorphia. It's not accurate. Your brain went and codified a whole set of experiences in the moment and created this story that is not allowing you to move forward. But like I said, this can be changed because that story isn't necessarily true. We can shift that story, and we do that with knowledge, with information, with building up your skills, with getting you back to a place where you feel in control so that you can have your confidence back. Does that make sense? That's what temporary productive discomfort is. We fix that. We rewrite that career story. And my friend, that needs to happen, because if you are feeling that way, the struggle is real, right? But we have to shift it. You are the only one that can shift that, but you can't do it alone. If you could have, you would have by now. So please promise me this. If this all made sense to you, or you know somebody who's been through this, what you need in that moment is help. Don't go it alone. Whether you work with myself and the team at Work It Daily or somebody else, get the help you need to get yourself out of this, because it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it, and you can fix it with the right education and the right environment, okay? I hope that made sense. I love you all so much. It's been an honor to serve all of you on this app. Please keep the questions coming, and I hope that you take this to heart, because you can do it. I love you. Good luck. Go get them.